A kinder world. How would society change if everyone had a daily kindness quota? Imagine a world where every person was required to perform a set number of kind acts each day. Whether it was helping a stranger, giving compliments, or volunteering, kindness would become a daily habit rather than an occasional choice. Would this lead to a more compassionate society, or would kindness lose its meaning if it were mandatory? Strengthening communities. With kindness becoming a daily obligation, communities could become more tightly knit. Neighbors would support each other more, workplaces would feel more positive, and strangers would interact with more warmth and generosity. Over time, this could reduce social isolation and create a culture of mutual support. A more positive mindset. Acts of kindness have been shown to increase happiness, reduce stress, and improve mental well-being. If people were required to perform good deeds daily, they might begin to see the world in a more positive light. Over time, kindness could become second nature, making society more compassionate overall. Would kindness feel genuine? One potential downside is that if kindness were mandatory, some people might perform acts of generosity simply to meet their quota rather than out of genuine care. Would a forced compliment or a half-hearted good deed have the same emotional impact as an authentic act of kindness? Changing the way businesses operate. If kindness were an obligation, businesses might be required to treat employees, customers, and competitors with a higher level of respect. Companies could shift their focus from pure profit to ethical practices, improving work environments and fostering a sense of fairness in business dealings. Reducing conflict and division. Political and social conflicts often stem from misunderstanding and lack of empathy. If every person had to practice daily kindness, people from different backgrounds might interact more positively. Over time, this could bridge divides, reduce discrimination, and create a more tolerant world. Would people game the system? If kindness became a requirement, some might try to fulfill their quota in the easiest way possible, offering insincere compliments or superficial gestures. This raises the question: would it still count as kindness if it wasn't done with true intent? If kindness were tracked or rewarded, would it create pressure rather than genuine goodwill? Encouraging acts of service. With a daily kindness quota, volunteering and charity work might become more popular. If people were expected to give back to society, they could develop a deeper appreciation for those in need. Over time, acts of service might become a natural part of life rather than an occasional effort. Balancing obligation and free will. A society that encourages kindness is one thing, but making it a requirement could raise ethical concerns. Would people feel trapped by the obligation, or would they genuinely grow to enjoy being kind? Finding a balance between encouraging kindness and preserving free will would be essential. A world built on kindness. Ultimately, a daily kindness quota could reshape the way people interact with each other. If done right, it could create a more caring and connected society. However, for kindness to remain meaningful, it would need to be cultivated as a habit rather than a chore.